left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Welcome to Chew the Fat. I am your host, Smooth, and today we are going to talk about the Fresh and Fit podcast and why the inevitable actually happened now. I'm not going to get too much into it just yet, but I want you to, first and foremost, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like the video. That helps the most. And also, just as important, share this video to others who may also find value or entertainment. Let's jump into the video. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Like to hear it, here it goes.
Fresh and Fit podcast, man. As you guys know, we had a show scheduled earlier with Psych Hacks, but we had to cancel because we got some really, sucky news.
Crazy news.
Yeah, crazy news, real talk.
Yeah.
Right now we're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble. And guys, I mean,
is this the end, bro? Because we got some bad news, man. I mean, when I heard that, I was shocked because I mean, we love YouTube, man.
Yeah.
We love streaming.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like our whole lives are revolved around streaming and like adding value to people online. It's just like it won't be the same, bro.
Yeah.
What we heard.
In 2020, guys, as you guys know, I was working for the government, right? I was a special agent of Homeland Security. He worked for, Wix, we'll just call it.
Yeah.
Right?
Wix.com, yeah.
And, he was a tech support. I was arresting bad guys, etc. We started this podcast. We did our first episode on October 26th, 2020. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, Chris was there. The apartment was all empty and shit. And, and we had our first podcast. If you guys go back and watch it, like the thing was all zooming in and out and everything else like that. And it was all messed up.
It's like we're at a house club.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah. It was literally, but we got it figured out. We got the lighting fixed and, we continued to.
I could definitely understand the humble beginnings. Those of you who've been following me for quite a while, you'll understand that I'm on my third program right now, which apparently 3 is the charm because this has been working the best. I've certainly upgraded cameras, upgraded microphones, upgraded lighting in different situations, so many things, so much money goes into it. So you got to understand that there's a very large investment involved, investing your time, effort, money, and many other resources that go into it. So I can understand why the sentiment is what it is right now. So just understand when people are losing like this, that they're not just losing the platform, like everything that they put into it is so much invested.
Prove. Fresh landed some really good guests early on and continues to get us a great guest. And
we made hours of content in the streets, TikTok, Patreon.
Yeah.
Many nights, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Chris was there too.
Yeah,
working jobs.
Well, working jobs.
And then I'll never forget, I get an email November 14th, Internal Affairs. Hey, we need you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Right. And I'm working at the government, sitting at my desk, writing up a report, and I see this email. Yeah. And this is 2020 November. And I, I'm
gonna go past this part
I
just a little bit.
Hey, I got talking when I'm talking on that channel. And and I haven't, I tell you guys that story to tell you that I haven't felt like that since today. And it sucks, guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost, dude.
And it won't be here forever.
Yeah. And
we know that going
Fresh
into it.
always said this, enjoy us while you can.
Yeah. They thought we was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, we the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you
y'all.
look right now, you can't even super chat or
You
become
can't
a
even
member.
super chat right now.
Yep.
So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So we are in trolling chat.
So here's what I'll say about that whole partner program, right? Partner program. I don't really feel like it's a partner program because partners don't have the guidelines like that, right? It seems more like they are your employer because they come up with these rules, the terms of service that change, and you can't do anything about it. You don't have a say on it. When the terms change, they just say, we have new TOS, sign up or no. And if you don't, then you lose your partnership by default. So we can't really call this a partnership because you can't make the rules. You pretty much, if they say that something is something, this is how it goes. It is how it goes. And you have to appeal, which is very similar to a grievance, where you have to say, hey, you have to state your case and everything. It's not a partnership, right? The only sense of the word where it could be considered a partnership is because it is mutually beneficial monetarily, but that's about it. It's not a partnership in any other sense of the form. Like it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you literally can't. Yeah, man. So it's so basically we're gonna figure out what's going on because we don't even really know all the details. We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and work together and figure this out. But for now,
We don't even know why.
We don't know the specific reason. But
We don't, in any form or fashion,
Chris,
hate YouTube or want to go at them. We're just saying, you know what? We wish we knew the reason why, but we respect, for them to use the platform and keeping us here for a while. And we appreciate it.
yeah.
But,
And the thing is that you guys know, right, on this pod, we push the edge, right? We push the envelope where we're not going to lie about that. Like we give you guys the real deal when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to
money, girls,
dating, improving yourself, etc. And unfortunately, to be able to give people real advice that they can take in real life and apply to the real world, you have to have uncomfortable conversations about uncomfortable topics in uncomfortable times. Guys, it's about to be an election year. You know what I mean? We're talking about certain points, and we've brought up certain points that might not be politically correct, right? That might not necessarily align with everyone's viewpoints, right? And we've worked really hard to bring people on that have different viewpoints, right?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I feel like he's alluding to. The Nick Fuentes situation. He's really a bad look. You saw what he did to Just Pearly Things, right? And I think this is a great part of why they might have some issues right now. He literally dropped the N-bomb in the presence of maybe 80 to 90% black people. That's unacceptable. And they encourage him to say it. I don't agree with that one bit. I don't think that they should be deplatformed at the same time. I'm not with people being deplatformed for any reason because that's a voice. And just as some people may gloat and laugh about the situation, that could happen to yours. We all deal with things that we say, wait, this is okay, but then, oh, it violates the guidelines. And I'm like, why? And, they may answer you, they may not, but most of the times they don't change their decision. I had one appeal that went well and they put it up and then it ended up getting like 350,000 views after that. So I'm like, see, y'all just would have cost me the little bit of bread that I do get. That was actually the most popular video I had, the most monetized, the one that they said wasn't cool. But then they reviewed it and it worked. So what does that say? Did somebody flag it? Did they really look at it the first time when they just denied it? And what if I didn't appeal it? I just would have lost out. And that's why I say, it's really not a partnership. You have to understand this, though. It's not your platform. So you can't put on what you want to put on. You could just leave and go somewhere else like Rumble and hope that you can make some money there. if you don't like it. So you kind of have to abide by the rules. Pushing the envelope is cool, but you don't want to go over the edge. And I've seen some instances where they went over the edge. I'm not happy it happened because, this could happen to anybody. And the one thing that I look at is, are they a net positive or are they a net negative? I don't agree with a lot of things that they say. Sometimes I think they go overboard. And some things I think they're just wrong about. I would debate them on it. But at the end of the day, they bring on a lot of guests that I wish I could have. They bring or similar guests to the people that I do have. Those of you who actually watch my podcast that I film in the Philadelphia studio we have. Now, if you look at that, you'll see that I brought in like real estate agents. They've done that. I brought in people who could teach you about nutrition and dieting. I brought in financial investors. They do all this. And they have people that bring game to the mob. So they have helped people. I've seen the super chats come in where people say, you saved my life. I was about to delete myself and I'm not anymore. Or look what I did with my credit score. They brought people on who show you credit score hacks and different things, which I talk about that too. They talk about a lot of the same things. It's about development. That stuff that goes on at nighttime is entertainment, and that's what pushes their content. If they didn't have that, they would not have 1.5 million subscribers damn near. It's just not what would have happened. So I understand why they do it. It's trash TV, no different than Jerry Springer or anything else. And they are kind of giving a lesson with that, but it's mostly entertainment at that point. But that's what pushes the channel. Unfortunately, that's what most of you guys click on, or at least their guys, right? That's what they click on. That's what they watch. Nuke the 304. That's pretty much what everyone wants to see. So he gives you that, gets a bunch of viral clips, and, they become successful at it. They probably would just do a lot of the other kinds of videos if it would generate as much revenue, to be honest, because those are a lot more fulfilling. That's what I would like to do. I would probably never cover this if it wasn't going to give me the hits that it will, to be honest. This is how I honestly feel about it, but would it be something that I would cover? No. But guess what? Most of you guys clicked it because you saw the thumbnail and you saw the news. And a lot of times when I put game on there, no one's interested. I get a few views, trash. I put on something that's toxic, and everyone watches. That's why I say I'm a slave to the mob.
Some of them very controversial. Some of them that may or may not be politically correct. And that's unfortunately the risk that you take when you make the kind of content that we do.
Even other platforms, look at Rumble. They're taking a huge beating on the stock market.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up.
Despite having one of the best years for revenue and for views and everything. And
so this comes at a cost, no matter who you are. Company, individual, creator.
Yep.
And a lot of you guys want to be aspiring RB creators as well. And I respect that. But just know, at a certain level, it will cost you a price you got to pay. And I think me and Myron understand this. And we were saying, you know what? At some point, we're going to have to deal with this price. And today's the day.
Yeah. And my thing is, guys.
Yeah, so they had to pay the piper. And here's another thing I'll say. Just like it's just an understanding that when you watch TV that you can get over the air, like your local channels and things like that, they're pushed by advertisers, right? The advertisers are pretty much what make the decisions, and they may not want to be associated with certain content, right? So, you can't curse on there, nothing like that. You get to the cable, like your TNTs and your BETs, and they'll say some curse words. They won't give you the F-bomb, but they'll use S word, everything else. So it starts to escalate a bit. Now, when you get to HBO or Skinemax at night, it is what it is. So you have to understand how easily accessible YouTube is to people for their side, right? So it's a native app in every Android, right? And very easily accessible on iPhone. So everyone has access to it. There's no real age verification. All you do is you put in an arbitrary date, and then you are amazingly 18, no matter what age you are. So they have to take that into consideration. So everything that is on there that people would deem inappropriate, they would be held responsible for. How did you get this up there? Where'd they get access to this? Why is YouTube promoting this? Why is YouTube allowing this? And then, of course, the advertisers don't want to be associated with certain things. So, there is a limit to what they can have. And there are some apps which I think what we really need, in all honesty, I think what we need is an adult sector on YouTube. That's what we really need. We need somewhere where you actually do have to verify, where you have, just like how you have to apply for like a permit to be armed or a driver's license. You need to show something. Like they need to see an actual ID. It needs to be verifiable, and you should be able to get the content you want. I don't think we should be governed in the same way that children should. I don't think children should have access to it, but there should be a better way of verifying who you actually are. Just like they verify you when for Instagram or anything else, you have to send your IDs and all different types of things, right? Why not have a situation where you can do that as an adult? And I understand that they do have a section where it could be adult rated, but it's no real verification. That's why they don't allow certain things on there. I think that there should be a space where you really could have freedom of speech, right? And they don't have to do that, but it would be a great idea for that, because it would be a place for people who enjoy this type of content to be able to go. And there are advertisers that don't care, like the gambling sites. Maybe let tobacco up or alcohol advertise on there. They wouldn't care. You could get even more money. Just make it so it's verifiable.
More than ever. Real talk. More than ever. I know a lot of you guys send me messages, and trust me, I look at them. I really do look at them. And as a matter of fact, I save them too, because I sent some of them to Fresh today.
Yeah.
When you guys send me your DMs and say, yo, you saved my life. Yo, you send me a picture of your credit score. Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now, or whatever it is, right? That really means a lot to us, right? We've helped a lot of you guys from killing yourselves, from injuring yourself, from making a really bad decision or doing something that you can't necessarily take back. What I'm asking you guys is, just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us. We need you guys to support us on Rumble, because that's the last bastion of free speech at this point.
Yeah.
Rumble.com/Fresh&Fit, guys. Like, you need to go on there right now, follow the channel, subscribe. It's $5 a month.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty tough what they're dealing with right there. That's rough. I want to get into a little later in the video, because they start talking about some other things.
Okay. To show appreciation for Chris.
Yeah.
Because all the work he puts in.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm not saying this to be like, oh my God, I feel sorry for us, but it's like, for us to run the show at this level, right, where we are competing with some of the top podcasts in the world that are heavily funded, have sponsors, etc. We don't have sponsors like that, guys, because look at the content that we make. We're bringing on really controversial guests, talking about really controversial topics. Guys, we had a debate on a certain topic that I won't even go into, that other people would never touch.
Yeah.
Who else is doing
Yeah, they
that?
shouldn't have did that.
Giving you guys consistent value, etc. And when I stand on this, when I truly say we have saved more lives and saved more men's and impacted more men's lives than any other podcast on any platform.
And it
I
shows.
can concretely say that thanks to you guys.
And it shows wherever we go. Fresh and Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed. It's just like, wherever we go, Dubai, Canada, UK, even here in Miami,
Romania,
wherever we go, man.
people.
I was in Jamaica, bro, for an event. People came up to me.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. So, like, again, this is kind of what it is. Like I said before, we pride ourselves on like not charging out, and we're still not going to tell you guys like, oh yeah, you have to blah blah blah. But if you can, right, subscribe on Rumble, guys. It's $5, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Actually, Chris,
locals is $20.
Can show you guys as well how to
we'll
do
show
it.
you how to do it. We'll show screen.
But to show even more, we're gonna be moving the studio to a bigger, better location as well with your support.
I wasn't even gonna tell y'all that. I was gonna surprise you guys. But yeah, guys, we man, we're gonna be all the way transparent.
Yeah. See, okay, someone already joined already. Sam World Z47. So is that so you need to open up the Fresh and Fit Rumble account and then go to subscribe at the very bottom right. So the chat has to be open and the live chat as well.
You know what, man? I'm just gonna say it, guys. We're getting attacked on all angles. I've been like, whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken down that other channels are not getting taken down, and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be. Rumble getting hit, right, for free speech. Video, like, just get strikes, whatever it may be. Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit.
We're going to talk about that for just a second. I must show you something, though, first, because with this one, I absolutely saw this one coming, and I'll show you in just a second.
Whoa.
Yo.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yo, you got
Whoa.
this?
Whoa.
Y'all see this?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yo. Whoa.
Yeah, y'all saw that.
Yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah.
We talking about world star. Nigga, we on world
Yo.
star then.
If you
You
put your
wanna
hand
be
on
on
me
world
one
star?
Go.
We on world star
Go.
then.
Go.
me one more time?
Go.
Go.
I'm
warning you.
Go.
I'm warning you. If you
Go. At this point, it's already done. It's already done.
Well,
You can
then
go.
give me my waiver. That's all I'm
Look, see how they had to get.
It's already live.
Yo, you're not. Yo, you ain't. Are you serious?
You see how they had to get security involved and everything? They're not in a private house. They're not in a studio. So, I mean, with that, that's a little bit different to me. You can't do that. When you have to start getting security involved, they might have an HOA. They're in Florida, and damn near everywhere has HOA. They're not going to like that. You got neighbors. You got all the most ratchet broads possible coming in there. And me and one of my bros had a conversation about that, because I sent him the video, because I was like, you see this? Look what's going on. You know, and then, you know, he said, yeah, they're not going to be able to stay there long. And I'm like, yeah, you might be right, because I could see people getting really angry at this. I know if that was my neighbor and then I heard this ruckus, I'll be pretty pissed. You know, like you don't want to hear that. You don't want to see that. That's not what you want to experience. And you don't want to even see that element coming into your building, because I'm pretty sure it's a nice spot and they pay a lot of money for it. It's got security, doorman, all this. They don't want that. They don't want that. You can't bring the hood to them. They're not going to want to deal with it. Then that's not the first time it happened. It happened with the dude Armoire who used to work with them. It happened with at least a few other girls. And at one point they pulled a weapon out, right? So it was ridiculous. And I was surprised that it lasted this long. I could understand why they're telling them to move. And I always thought it was a bad idea to do it at your house. I've never considered doing a podcast at my house, because you just don't want everybody to know where you are. You know, your home should be an oasis. And I know it's a bit different for them. They're single men. So, you know, I have a family. I'm certainly not doing that. But, yeah, I understand. They're going to have to move. They're going to have to get a studio, which is away from there, which they could probably be a lot more productive if where you live, you can just go and record. Boom. Right. And from what I understand, Fresh actually lives somewhere different, but Myron's there, and Fresh has got to be local because he's there quite a bit. I think Chris too. They're probably all in one concentrated area. But I can understand why the people would want to get them out of there and not want them to live there anymore, because I'm sure it violates some of the terms on the lease. But it's unfortunate that it's happened to him. I don't want to see that go down like that, but you absolutely saw this coming.
I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo, new studio. It's lit, right? But dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
From everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to
Nobody's
shut
safe.
Rumble down.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what? Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays, free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
And you know, and I've already put a considerable amount of my money into this new studio for you guys. I already put it in. I'm like all in. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I'm never gonna say, oh, well, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and I hate doing this. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Yikes. Man. It really hit home for the dudes, man. It really did. Looked like Fresh about to let a couple go too. They all choked up about it, man. And I understand that they have some enemies, some serious enemies. They have a couple that are like arch nemesis for real. Like they really, really hate them. But you know, it's unfortunate, and I can't look at people just lose everything that they've invested. But I'll say this: I think they're all going to be cool. From what they say, they're millionaires already, and all of the people that they know that handle finances, I'm sure they could direct them onto where to put their money. So, I mean, at least that part of it is cool. And secondly, they're not deplatformed, right? They are demonetized, which is a very different thing. They can still, do all the shows. Everybody who was watching it will watch it. I don't know how much they're going to do on YouTube if it's not going to pay them anymore. So that might be unfortunate for the viewers, the people who may have loved what it was that they had to say, whether it was for entertainment or whether if it was for game. And like I said, their daytime show that they did, they had a lot of game in it. They had a lot of people who could have helped them. So that part is unfortunate, but I think they're going to be okay. What I would suggest to content creators, in all honesty, is I think we need to not protest anything, but there should be an additional platform for people created by the people that's just no holds barred, no rules, where you could really say what's on your mind, no matter what it is you think, and don't depend on the advertisers. Just depend on the support from the people. Even if you just only put something out once a week or whatever, and you devote the rest of your time to your YouTube or whatever else, but we should have a space that we can go to and really say what we want and not worry about being demonetized for any reasons. But yeah, it just makes more sense for adults. We're adults here. We should be able to watch whatever type of content we want, but we can't tell these platforms to do it. They have their advertisers who they're affiliated with, and that's the nature of the business. So the only way to get around it is to have your own platform. And maybe Rumble might be the answer. I don't know. It's not getting the traction. It's not a native app, of course, on your phone. It's not accessible everywhere. A lot of people still don't know about it. So I don't know. And it's not as polished, right? They don't have nearly the amount of R&D that or research and development that YouTube has. They can't advertise it. If the same videos on Rumble and YouTube, remember, Google owns YouTube. So if you search something, they're not going to put Rumble before they put the YouTube video. There's no way. So you have to understand, YouTube is if I'm not mistaken, the second most popular search engine right behind Google. If it's not, it's in the top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro. Because we put our lives into this, we didn't miss a day, honestly. It's tough. We gave up so much to give you guys value. So, yep. It's current status. But yeah, Chris, how you feeling, bro?
I mean, it's tough, guys. because at the end of the day, you guys have been with us from the beginning, from the start. The merch gang, the chat, the mods. You guys know the work we put in, the effort, the hours. You guys see me, me, Myron, and Fresh Mo, putting in work. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to people that actually tune in every day. I see you guys, and it's just one of those things, man. We put in, the energy, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. You guys saw our journey from the start to finish. When we first broke 100 live viewers on stream, remember the day, and I was like, "Yo, we got 100 live viewers. This is lit." I still have the post, and I still remember the day, the feeling, and it's just tough. That's why I continue to work my ass off on getting high quality girls on the show. Even though some days I don't feel like dealing with these 304s, I still do.
Yeah. So I dig all that. That's cool. I'm gonna get out of this. I'm just gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close the side. You guys dig it. You get the message. So listen, if you find value in those cats, support them. Simple as that. If you find value in any YouTuber, right, any content creator, support them. Because at any point, the rug could be pulled from underneath them, and you won't have them anymore, and they won't be able to offer you value anymore. So just appreciate them, right, as much as you can. It's a sad situation, but I think they're going to be all right overall, to be honest. I think they're going to be fine. They're definitely going to take a hit monetarily on this, but they're savvy enough, man. I'm confident they'll find another hustle, man. Like, they're cool. I don't depend on YouTube for my, well, listen, I would be homeless if I depended on content creation for my money right now, because I don't have nearly the reach that these guys have. So, I mean, so it is what it is with that, man. You find other ways to get your money, and not to say that if you are a content, if you invest that much into it, then yeah, you're going to want something back from it. So I understand it. I still don't want to see this happen to people. I don't want to see this happen to anybody. There's been a lot of cats who have been kicking their back in real bad, right now while they're down. They're kicking men while they're down. And if that's your enemy, I understand, because there are no rules of engagement if that's your enemy. But if you have real smoke, like if y'all really have something that's an ongoing beef, it is what it is. I can't tell you how to react to something someone did to you. But if you never met these cats and you just don't like what it is that they say and you got that much hate in your blood, you a sucker. For real. If you have that much hate in your blood and that much energy for somebody that you don't know and you like really genuinely hate them, then yeah, you corny for that. But if you got beef, man, I understand if you're going to dig in right now because that's your enemy, man, and it is what it is. There ain't no rules when it's your enemy. But that's how I feel about it. I would love for your input down at the bottom. Hit those comments up. Go ahead and speak your mind. Let me know if my take is off. Let me know if you're happy about it. Let me know if you feel a way about it. But just let me know something. Y'all can go ahead and argue in the chat. It's all good. I don't delete comments. I read them and respond. So say whatever it is you want. It's a safe space to say whatever you want within the YouTube's guidelines, of course. But, I don't have any guidelines of my own. Even if you say something negative about me, hey, it is what it is. So go ahead and do that. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Show us some support. We love you for it. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
You know that ain't my style.